my lovelies, how are you? I can't believe it's already Thursday. I'm really excited that it's Thursday because for me Thursday always means that it's Friday tomorrow, and Friday usually means that Sam is coming home. And this will be his last weekend at home, which is even more exciting because then he's going off, because my boyfriend's in the army, he's off to somewhere else for a little while, so I won't be seeing him for a bit. So we're going to have a really nice weekend at home, and I'm actually going to get him to join us on our challenge this weekend. So if you are participating in the challenge for the full 7 days, which I hope you are, then you are going to see him on a Facebook live stream this weekend because he's going to be helping me out. So that's going to be awesome. That's a little bit of a sneak peek there into what is coming. So, welcome to day 4. Really glad to have everybody here, particularly as you've managed to stick with me now for 4 days. So, woo, we're on day 4. We are almost there. Hopefully you have had your day 4 email, which came out slightly later today, because I wanted to make sure that you had the social media scheduler, and I also put some other kind of cool stuff in there. But today's topic is going to be awesome. So if you are there, if you're watching the live stream and you want to say hi, pop a little hi in the comments. Otherwise, we're going to go straight into today's topic, which is outreach. So I'm really excited to talk about outreach because it's something that we should do a lot more of in the industry, and something that can actually be done pretty badly in the industry at the moment. And so what I want to do is share my top tips today with you on outreach, how it can help you book more discovery calls, and how you can do it in a way that's really authentic, really focused to you, and that actually helps you build relationships with those ideal clients, gets them booked in for discovery calls that they actually really want to be on. Awesome. So if you're there, if you have any questions, make sure you pop them in the comments and I will be answering them as I go along. Hey Neve! Woo! Look at her, she is determined to get me in flares. You're going to be on every live stream, aren't you? Just watching out for these trousers. Awesome. So, as I was saying, today we're going to be talking about outreach over the weekend. If you've just joined us, over the weekend, 7-day challenge. It's Sam's last weekend at home, so he is going to be on the live streams. We're going to be showing you some really cool discovery call techniques. And when I say we are going to be demonstrating, I mean I will be demonstrating and Sam will be acting himself, which is, you know, going to be awesome. So today we're all about outreach, and what I mean by outreach is that yeah, I'll be in the flares, don't worry, I'll be in the flares with my boyfriend at the weekend. It won't be embarrassing at all. I'll be fine about that. So with outreach, it's one of those things that can be done really well or really badly. And the key thing with it is to make sure that you're authentic. So if you're spending time online in the right way, which I'm going to define as being the way that we discussed yesterday, so showing up and sharing, showing up and supporting, showing up and selling on a regular basis in regular groups, you're going to be developing quite a great or a good little following. Hey Melissa, first time on a live stream in here, yay, welcome. And Suzanne, woohoo, this is so exciting. See, I flipping love this live stream thing, this is awesome. It's like having all my best friends in one room. So what you're going to be doing with your show up and support, show up and share, and show up and sell, is you're going to be developing this following of people that actually notice you in groups, and they're going to be thinking, wow, Suzanne's awesome, she's posting about all this cool stuff, I want to get to know her. Or wow, Neve knows a lot about flares, I should get in touch with her and have a bit of a chat. But what tends to happen in this wonderful world of Facebook is that we see so many people on a daily basis that actually we think we'd really get along with, but we forget to reach out. We forget that when we'd go to a coffee shop, if we saw somebody who was drinking a chai latte, I always talk to other people that drink chai lattes, because it's a different drink to order. Okay, so when I'm in a coffee shop and I'm kind of sat on my own, I'm just having a bit of a nose around, if I see somebody else drinking the same drink as me or getting something awesome from the pastry section, I'm always like, oh, that looks great, or oh, that looks nice, oh, and we'll kind of develop a bit of a chat. But people don't do that online because for some reason we think that if we reach out to somebody online, we will be thought of as spammy, will be thought of as being salesy. Because actually, when outreach is done badly, it is people who are chasing clients. Okay, so we want to avoid that. That's what we really want to avoid with today's challenge. But if you've been showing up in the right places and you see people regularly that are interacting with your posts, that are engaging with it, and by engaging, I do not mean hitting the like button. If somebody likes every single one of your posts, that doesn't mean that they're engaging with you, okay? So please don't do this for every single person that likes your post. Please don't do this for people that just once comment on your post. But if you see people on a regular basis that regularly interact with you and that you know are part of your ideal client group, so they have similar interests, or they regularly engage with you, or they've actually asked questions on a thread from you, or answered market research questions from you in the past, but have never actually reached out, today I want you to just pop them a message and say, hey, like, hey, my name's Suzanne. Hey, my name's Neve. Hey, my name's Melissa. Hey, my name's Lorraine. Whatever. And I want you to just pop them a message and say, hey, I've noticed you around in a few groups. I feel like we've got quite a lot in common. I thought I'd pop you a message and connect because I like connecting with other female entrepreneurs, or I like connecting with other people interested in mindset, or I like connecting with other people who've got a keen interest in health and wellness. The reason that you do that is it actually makes you human. It helps you develop relationships. And some of the best conversations I've ever had are from people that I've literally seen in Facebook groups and thought, oh my goodness, their post is amazing. And I've sent them a message and be like, oh my goodness, I loved your post. It made my day, or it really made me think about something. I'd love to have a chat with you. And you open up this really natural conversation where actually you get to know that person really well. And so in that conversation, if it feels right, you can always say, hey, you know what, you would be someone that might be ideal for my program. Would you like to hear more about it? Or, hey, why don't we jump on Skype and have a Skype coffee? And as you're getting to know them, if you think that they might be right for a program with you, or if you think there might be something, an opportunity where you could explore to a joint venture or something, bring it up. Be honest, be upfront. But the important thing about today's challenge is that it really is about building relationships. So what I'm absolutely not advocating is that you reach out to 3 random people and go, hey, my name's Jess and I'm looking for a new client, so if you'd like to sign up, you're more than welcome to. Here's the link to my latest sales page. That's not okay. And I'm also not advocating that you approach people with the direct intention of them becoming clients, because the best thing about outreach is that you might outreach to somebody who really interesting, but for whatever reason may not be ready to work with you right now, but they will know other people and they'll be connecting with people online. So if they find that you're really interesting and you're really engaged with what they're doing and that you are genuinely authentic, they will recommend you to other people. And they might say, hey, do you know what, your service would be perfect for my friend XYZ. Okay, so today is all about relationship building. It's about either reaching out to people that you know who are regularly engaged on your posts and who are regularly interested in the information that you're getting, or even people on your email list who open all your emails, who regularly click through, who might even send you responses. And I want you to just reach out to them and say, hey, you know what? I notice that we engage all the time on Facebook, on social media, or on my email list, and I'm doing this thing where I'm offering a free 20-minute assessment. You're somebody that I see all the time, and I can't think of anybody that would be more deserving of spending 20 minutes with, or that I'd like to get to know, or that I'd like to really help because you support me regularly on social media, or because you open all of my emails and I notice that. How cool is that? Because you're personalizing it for people. You're making people feel valued, and you're reaching out to people and doing something that is really different. You're actually acknowledging the fact that by showing up, by liking your posts, by commenting on your posts, by opening your email, by clicking on things, they're actually regularly engaging with you. And so you're tailoring it and saying, hey, to reward you for that, I would love to give you a free 20-minute session, or I would love to see what you think about my new program, or I would just love to get to know you, okay, and see where that relationship goes. Okay, so that's an example of good outreach. Getting to know somebody, making sure that you're building a genuine and solid relationship, okay? The other thing that you can do if you don't have a list, or if you're just starting to build your presence on Facebook using the methods that we talked about this week, is reach out to the people who change your life during a post today, okay? So think about a post that you've seen that's really inspirational, or that has made your day, or that you're thinking, oh God, I'd love to get to know that person because their introduction was just really cool. And reach out to that person and say, you know what, I thought your post was great. I think we'd really click. I love getting to know other female entrepreneurs. So why don't you tell me what you do? And start a really genuine conversation. If you want, you can even look on their Facebook profile and say, oh, look, you've got a dog, I've got a dog. My dog does this. What's your dog's favourite thing to do? Or, oh, I noticed that you've got children. I've got a little girl, she's 7, you know. Find something in common, but do it with people that you genuinely want to get to know, genuinely want to build a relationship, and genuinely think that you could help, okay? Do not just do this to every single person that likes or comments on your post. Do it to people you see regularly, that regularly support you, or that have inspired you or made your day in some way with one of their Facebook posts. Does that all make sense? Is that all making sense to people? Does anybody have any questions about how to do it? Does anybody think, actually, Jess, this is really creepy and I'm not okay with that? If you do, pop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. That's the fashion police again. Coming for my flares. Anybody, any questions? It's very quiet tonight. It's very quiet in the room. I'm feeling kind of alone. I know people are watching, but it's a little bit strange. So if you've got any questions on that, shout them in the comments and let's talk about how it makes you feel. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, don't worry. There are other ways of doing outreach, but these are the simplest. So I want to make sure that everybody is kind of on board with these first. And then if anybody's struggling with this, or if anyone's got any questions, you can just put them in the comments and I'll answer them. Or we can go through other ways that you can actually practice outreach on a regular basis that makes sense to you and that feels authentic to you. Looks like my face froze there for a minute. What an attractive position. So any questions? Anyone? Doesn't look like it. Okay, cool. So today's challenge then is to make sure that you reach out to 3 people. Okay, and the reason that I always do things in threes is because you can actually test it really well. You can go out to 3 people that have either inspired you or that follow you around online regularly, reach out to them, offer them a 20-minute assessment, or start building that relationship with them. And with 3 people, you tend to get a really, really good understanding of whether this method is going to work for you. So you might come back and you might get 3 people that go, oh my goodness, yes, I'd love to build a relationship with you, or I'd love to have a 20-minute assessment with you, thank you so much. You might get 2 people that go, wow, I'd love to, and 1 that goes, oh, actually, you know, it's not for me. If you get people that say, do you know what, that's not for me right now, pop a message back. That's totally fine. I just wanted to offer it to you, you know, because obviously we've engaged online and I just wanted to kind of get to know you a bit more and offer you something to say thank you for engaging with my posts on a regular basis. Do you know anybody else that it might be useful to? You know, remember that you are networking, you are building relationships, and you're building things that are solid. So please, please trust in the fact that you have already been building relationships this week. You've already been building relationships with different people, and you will already be being noticed online. So actually reaching out and offering something for free, something of value, is going to go down really, really well, especially if it's personal and tailored, because I love it. I had an email once from a mentor when I was back in corporate. There was a guy that I really, really looked up to, and I used to talk to everybody about him, and I was like, oh my god, he's so amazing, and you know, I wish my sales skills were like that, and you know, get really excited. And one day he emailed me, and And he was like, hey, I think we've got quite a lot in common, and I hear that you're like a rising star in this office, and I'd love to talk to you. And I was like, oh, and I was so starstruck by it, but I was just like, oh my goodness, this is why this guy's so good at what he does, because he develops personal relationships, and because he actually cares. He doesn't just watch the people that come to him. He watches out for people that would potentially be interested in talking to him, potentially be interested in developing a relationship with him as well. Hey, Tanya. Hello. Sneaky, coming in before you go on a client call. I'd also like to point out today that someone, Tanya Dantas, messaged me today and said that she had booked a discovery call for this week. So yay! Yay, Tanya, let's all celebrate that. If anybody else is booking discovery calls, I've had a few emails this week from people, and I've had a few messages from people to say that they've been booking discovery calls. So if that is you, reach out, let us know, celebrate it in the group, because we want to be hearing about it. I'm going to be putting out an email at the end of the week with people who've been booking discovery calls, people who've been working really hard, people who are celebrating particular things. So if you don't share it with the group right now, but you do want to share it with me, please do. I love getting those emails and messages, and it will go out in a message to everybody participating in the challenge, because it's nice for us all to celebrate your successes. Okay, so does anybody have any questions on outreach, any questions on how it makes you feel, on how you can write a nice message, how you can start your message, how you can look at building relationships, the sorts of people that you should reach out to, how to send out, or how to look for the right people on your email list? Any questions around who you should be reaching out to, or what you should be saying, or how you can make it feel authentic to you? Any questions, any at all? If there are, we'll go through them. If not, I will go and eat my dinner. I looked really surprised about that, but I've been doing day intensives and lots of coaching today, so I'm a bit brain frazzled. But if anybody has any questions on outreach, pop them in the comments. I will go through them with you. But general rule of thumb, if you've been seeing people, if they've been engaging with you online, if they've been interested in what you're doing, or if they've been opening your emails regularly and really kind of supporting you, there is absolutely no harm in sending them a really genuine message to say, hey, thanks for supporting me. I'd love to offer you a free 20-minute assessment, or I would love to talk to you further, to get to know you, to connect with another female entrepreneur. I think we could click. Let's have a chat. Okay? Sound good? Everybody sound good? Hi Jess, how do I look for my ideal client to post in those groups? How do I look for my ideal client to post in those groups? Jane, can you just clarify that for me? Sorry, how do you look for your ideal client to post in those groups? Is that a question from yesterday's challenge? So how do you look, or how do you find out which groups your ideal client is in? Is that what you're asking? Or are you asking how to approach? Because this method of outreach is all about people that have been interacting with you. So this method of outreach is all about approaching the people via private message or via email, if they're on your email list, who have already been interacting with you. So people who are regularly supporting you, regularly engaging with you, and actually reaching out to them via private message or email and saying, hey, thanks for supporting me. Really like to offer you a free 20-minute session just to say thank you for helping boost my posts, or for engaging so often, or even just, I'd really like to get to know you. Let's hook up and let's grab a Skype chat together. Okay, so I'm not really sure what you mean by that question, but if you clarify, if it's from yesterday, so you're looking to define your ideal client to post in those groups, let me know and I can help you with that. Equally, like I was saying yesterday, if anybody's stuck, or if anybody needs to know which groups their ideal clients are in, please shoot me an email or a private message, and I can always recommend a couple of groups. If you shoot me an email or a private message, just specify who your ideal client is, and I can always try and recommend a couple of groups that you might be able to go and interact with and engage with a bit better. Okay, any more questions? I feel like I might have explained outreach really well. I'm like, either I'm really proud of myself for explaining outreach really well, or people are kind of started thinking, oh goodness, this is a bit of a challenge. Today's challenge is going to be the hardest challenge of the week. So if you're feeling nervous about this one, please don't worry. That's totally normal. And you know, you will feel challenged. That's the whole point of this. It's to push you out of your comfort zone. But today's challenge is actually one of the ones that it makes people feel good. It makes other people feel really good, especially if you email them and you say, look, you've been specially chosen because you do X, Y, Z. I'd love to get to know you. I'd love to offer you a free 20-minute session. It makes them feel really, really awesome. So please, please, if you're feeling nervous about it, just think about how great they're going to feel when they get a really cool personalised message that offers them something of mass value for total free, you know, just total value. I don't have an email list, so I'm looking at how I can choose groups where they are. Okay, in that case, day one's video is going to be best for you to watch, Jane, because that goes into how to actually be posting into those groups. The important thing isn't actually how you can choose the Facebook groups, because all Facebook groups pretty much will, if you're looking for female entrepreneurs or, you know, women, all the entrepreneur groups will have a woman in, even if you're doing something like health coaching, relationship coaching, wellness coaching. The groups are pretty much the same. If you're looking for a woman who is wanting to get fit and healthy, who's wanting to improve their mindset, who's wanting to get into a great relationship, whatever, we'll have those people in it. The important thing is actually your message and how you appear in those groups. So I would look at the day one video, look at how you can really magnetize your message, monetize your message, so that you actually appeal to those people. So that when you're posting in those groups, you are the expert, you're the person that they want to get in touch with. And then you can use today's challenge, which is outreach, to then message those people and offer them something awesome for free. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Okay, any more questions? Any more for any more? If you've got any questions on the last 2 days or anything you want to share about the last 2 days, how it's been going for you, any challenges that you're facing, or any really, really good things that are happening, pop those in the comments. I love celebrating with you guys. And I also, you know, if you are experiencing challenges, let me know, because it's much easier for me to be able to help you and to be able to give you tailored advice than for you to sit and struggle. Okay, that's not what the challenge is about. The challenge is all about me giving you the best information so that you can really go ahead and blast forward and book those discovery calls with those ideal clients that you're looking for. You're so welcome, Jane. Honestly, you're so welcome. If you get any problems, if you get stuck, if you really can't think of any groups, like I say, please private message me or send me an email. Let me know who your ideal client is, and I can always recommend some groups if anybody is stuck. Okay, cool. Well, it looks like there aren't any more questions. So if you do kind of think about this, or you're mulling it over this evening, you're thinking, you know, I'd like to know a bit more about that, pop a question in the comments and I will be more than happy to come back to it later this evening and answer that for you. Like I said, if you are stuck, if you're facing any challenges, if you need extra support during this challenge, please reach out to me, please email me, please private message me. Let me know what challenges you're facing, what amazing things that are happening for you, so that I can actually help you, because the whole point of the challenge is to really get you through, get you booking those discovery calls and helping you see success. Okay, that's what this is all about. So please, please, please use me as a resource while I'm here for the next 7 days to help you with that. Awesome. Okay, my lovelies, in that case, have a wonderful, wonderful evening or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world, and I will catch you tomorrow with a really, really, really exciting challenge, which is going to be awesome. And also make sure you check your emails from today, because the free social media scheduler that I talked about yesterday is included in your email today. So make sure you go check that out and download it and start making use of it, so that you can be the expert in all of these amazing groups and delivering mass value to your awesome ideal clients. Okay, my loves, I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.